Item on the 24th. A small clister to soften and refresh the bowels of Monsieur Argon. What I like about my pharmacist, Madame Florent, is that her bills are always so simple. The bowels of Monsieur Argon. But it's not enough to just be simple. You must also be reasonable and not plunder sick people. 30 sous for a clister? Let's see. This month I've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mixtures, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 clisters. And last month it was 12 mixtures and 20 clisters. Therefore, I'm not astonished. I am not as well this month as last. Take it away. No one? Toinette! 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 Oh, confound it off!
Connie!
Wretch!
Oh, you hurry me so much, I have not the window pane!
Well, what do I pay you for then? For the last hour! But you left me! Be silent, you baggage, and let me scold you!
Well, you made me break my head open.
I must give it up, I suppose. Take this away. Prepare my broth for the next one.
This Madame Florent and Madame Pergon amuse themselves finely with your body. They have a real cash cow in you, I must say. And I should like them to tell me what disease it is you actually have.
Hold your tongue, simpleton. It is not up to you to control the decrees of the faculty. Now go get my daughter, Angelique. I have something to tell her.
Here she is, coming of her own accord. She must have guessed your thoughts.
Wait a moment. Toinette, my walking stick. I will be right back.
Toinette!
Well, what?
Don't you know what I want to speak about?
Yes. I have some slight idea that you want to speak of your young lover. You've talked about him non-stop for the past 6 days.
Tell me, Toinette, do you blame the feelings I have towards him?
Certainly do not.
Do you not agree that our meeting was purely faithful?
Yes.
That it would be impossible for him to act with more grace and generosity?
That is certain.
Do you not think, Toinette, that he is very handsome?
No, that is true.
That he has the best manners in the world?
Well, without a doubt.
That there was never anything so tender as all he says to me?
Well, all right.
And that there can be nothing more painful than the restraint under which I am kept?
You are right.
But dear Toinette, tell me, do you think he loves me?
Oh, shh. Father is coming.
Angelique, I have a piece of news for you which you may not have expected. I have just promised your hand in marriage. You're smiling. That's odd. It is a pleasant word, is it not? Marriage. Nothing usually so funny to young girls. Ah, nature, nature. So I guess there's no need in me asking if you're willing to marry.
I will obey you in everything, Father.
I am very glad to possess such an obedient daughter. It's done then. I have promised you.
Really? Sir, I am pleased with you for that, and it is the wisest thing you ever did in your life.
I have not seen the man in question, but I am told I shall be quite satisfied, and you too shall be satisfied.
Most certainly, Papa.
Yes, he is a strong young lad. Yes. And, they say that he's a pretty strong lad.
Strong enough, Father.
Of a fine build.
Oh yes, his build is just lovely.
Pleasant fellow.
Charming.
A good face.
Most handsome.
Of a good family and of good manners.
The best possible.
And speaks both Latin and Greek.
Really?
And in 3 days shall be made a doctor.
A doctor?
Yes, he hasn't told you?
No, who told you?
Madame Pergon.
How does Madame Pergon know him?
Well, he is her nephew.
Cléante is the nephew of Madame Pergon.
Who's Cléante? we're speaking of your fiancé.
Yes.
Yes, well, he is the nephew of Madame Pergon, named Thomas Diaparu. What's the matter? You look terrified.
Seems as though you have been speaking of one person and I of another.
What? Sir! I knew you were ill, but to give your daughter a doctor? That is crazy!
Well, it is for my sake that I give my daughter a doctor.
What reason have you, sir, if you please, for such a match?
My reason is that, saying that I am always so sick, I wish to give my daughter a doctor.
Do you really and truly believe that you are ill?
Believe that I am ill? You impudent hussy!
Oh, yes, yes, you are ill. Let us not quarrel about that. But as your daughter is to marry a husband for herself, what is the use in giving her a doctor?
Well, a good daughter ought to be delighted to marry for the sake of her father's health.
Sir, shall I, as a friend, give you a piece of advice?
What's this advice?
Not to move ahead with this match.
And your reason?
The reason is that your daughter will never consent to it.
Oh, but I will have it so.
No, you won't, sir.
I will force her to do it, or I will shut her in a convent.
You will not shut her up in a convent.
I will put my daughter in a convent if I wish.
No, you won't, sir.
And who's gonna stop me?
Now, why, you yourself. Oh, a little tear or two, arms thrown around your neck, or my darling little papa will be enough to move your heart. I know you well enough, sir. You are naturally kind-hearted.
I'm not kind-hearted. I'm ill-natured.
Gently, sir, you forget that you are ill.
I command her to prepare herself for the husband that I've picked.
And I decidedly forbid her to do anything of the sort. No, I will never consent to this marriage.
The audacity!
Oh, she'll obey me sooner than you.
No, she won't. Angelique, won't you stop that wench for me?
Oh, Father, don't make yourself ill.
I force you to stop her, I will refuse you my blessing. Quite exhausted. Ah, come near, my wife.
What ails you, my poor, dear husband?
Oh, they have just put me in a rage.
Alas, my poor little husband. How was that, my dear pet?
That maid of yours, Toinette, has just been arguing with me for the last hour about everything I want to do, and has the impudence to tell me that I am not ill.
God forbid.
You know my soul, just how sick I really am.
Yes, my darling, she is wrong.
My own dear, that jade will be the death of me.
Now don't be so angry.
And I've asked you ever so many times to send her away.
Alas, my dear, it's just impossible to find good help these days. However, the girl is skillful and honest, and you know that we must be very careful when we take her to our house.
They are shut up with the notary. I think I heard something about a will. Your stepmother won't go to sleep. I'll bet it's some conspiracy of hers against you.
Let him spend his money as he likes, as long as he does not dispose of my heart in the same way. Do you see, Toinette, to what violence I am subjected? Do not forsake me, I beseech you, in this, my extremity.
I forsake you? I would rather die. Oh, your stepmother thinks she has me wrapped around her little finger. I've always been on your side. Trust me. I will do everything in my power to help you, but in order to better help you, I will hide my desire to help you, and pretend to sympathize with your father and stepmother.
Can you let Cléante know about the marriage they have decided upon?
Well, I have no one to do that for me, except my old lover, Punchinello. Oh, it will cost me a few honeyed words, which I am most willing to spare for you. But it's too late for that. Tomorrow morning, early, I shall send for him, and he will be delighted to...
Toinette!
I'm called away. Good night, and trust me,